answering your Q&As, feedback, like over here, stuff, turtle, for some reason, don't ask me why, visual effects. What software do you use, and what is your dream software? I use After Effects in Adobe most of the time. Usually I use Dynamic Link between Premiere Pro and Adobe, and we work with the editor a lot. But Cinema 4D and Blender are my two 3D softwares. I really want to try Octane Renderer for Cinema 4D. That would help a lot. Most of the time your 3D effects are just really, the lighting's not really great when you use the original software. Octane Renderer really helps with that, but it costs like $400 a month or something ridiculous. So I try to stay away from that for now. Right now I'm using a old Dell 7757 Inspiron, and that laptop does pretty much everything I need to do. We do pretty simple visual effects at the moment, so it's never really become an issue with the software. But for dream software I would probably add like Octane Renderer on that. What is your favorite thing you've created? Wow, I've created a lot of things. If you go onto my Instagram, you'll see, I think there's like 50 or so things that I'm actually most proud of. I think the one thing that I worked for probably about 6 months on was a render of a train. And it's literally just one photo of a three-dimensional train that I built in Cinema 4D about a year ago. And I just worked really hard on it, and I think it looks really cool. It's a little Starbucks train. Film-wise, I would say probably a film I did in my first year, beginning of my second year, at AFTA, called The Manifest. And that was like my first kind of horror film that I ever created, and that I had a hand in. And I'm really, really proud of it. I actually want to do another horror film again. That would be great. What is your hardest visual effects shot for this film? How will you achieve it? For this film, for In All My Wondering, it's probably there's a shot, I can't tell you all the details, but it involves rendering water. And that to me is incredibly difficult, especially with a setup like this and not the desktop platform. Like rendering is probably the biggest issue when it comes to like remote shooting. Because water is so complicated, it has like refraction and transparency. It's very difficult to render that into like a real life scene and make it look really real. So I'm trying to find a workaround with that, but that would probably be the most difficult shot. My dream job, actually, I have a few. My dream job would probably be a creative graphic designer. I love making posters. Or a visual effects supervisor. Like being on set is just amazing. It's a lot of fun and I enjoy being there. I'm not much of an office person. I hate being at a desk, so try to avoid that as much as I can. What special effects am I doing? I can't tell you, otherwise I would ruin the film. Don't ask me questions like that. That's not fair. I'm doing a mirror shot. Go watch Contact. If you watch Contact, you'll know what I mean by mirror shot. Can you do a Joker laugh? Literally read your message and I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do some research. And I did some research and I was like, haha, no. But I mean, when you ask me a question like that, what do you mean? Do you mean like Joaquin Phoenix Joker laugh? There's a lot of different ones, but I cannot do a Joker laugh. I've tried. What made you change from acting to visual effects, and what do you love the most about doing visual effects? Well, for some of you who have messaged me know my past, I actually started it after doing acting. And I was really, really into acting and I loved it very, very much. But I didn't feel like there was much to learn. You know, you either, when you start out doing something like that, when you're studying it, you want to learn about something. So I changed to visual effects because I didn't feel like, the acting was doing it for me. Also, I kind of wanted just a stable like backup. If I want to act in a film, I'll act in a film. What's your favorite visual effects heavy film? There are so many. I recently actually, on Netflix, I watched The Platform. And I so badly want to figure out how they did that. It's completely like visual effects heavy. I think it's, yeah. The thing is like, it's basically about a building with like 300 levels, and they look down a concrete hole to the next level, and each level has like a concrete hole going down to the next level, and it's just this like packed like thing, just keeps going, and to do that takes a lot of time and thought. And then they also have a concrete block that goes down through each level that isn't attached to anything, but the characters interact with it. So you're like, how do you do it? I don't know. It boggles my mind. I did so much research and I still can't figure it out. So if any of you guys have an answer for me, I'd really like to know how that works, because the platform is pretty awesome. You should probably go watch it. It is a dubbed film because it's in another language. I think it's like French or Italian or something. Don't question. I'm not sure. It's in another language though, but it's really, really good. Really good. You should watch it. Careful, it's really gory. Along with the platform, because it's like the most recent one I watched, I would say like the entire Marvel universe is just very impressive. Like once you get to the end of that universe and those last couple of movies, like 90% of it is visual effects. It's literally littered with visual effects, and like that is all post-production. It's brilliant. I mean, pretty straightforward, like superhero stuff is not my biggest pet peeve, but I'm certainly like obsessed with the way they did it. It's just so clean, especially the last battle. That's me. This has been Hilton Henstock answering your Q&As on visual effects. Thank you.